We are live. All right, we're live.
I was on mute.
No, what is it? Wait a minute, I'm not on mute, so that's pretty
Okay.
cool.
Okay, cool. I was really talking. Hi everyone, my
Are
name is
you?
Camille Manning. Welcome to the Daily Underline, where we give you tips on not to repress your emotions.
And my name is Tanisha Manning, and we are going to talk about, is lying worth protecting? So this whole lying, I think a lot of times we lie to help others feel better about themselves or whatever the case may be. But what did you want to talk about to me? I know you can kick it off.
Yes, I would touch on this first because I was like recovering from my niceness. This is where the area where I am right now, where I'm trying to be more kind versus nice. And what I learned for me specifically, when I was being nice, I was pleasing to the other person and I was not displeasing to myself. And so constantly having that era of, okay, I don't know how you're going to feel about me being honest about what I have to tell you. So I'm going to sugar it down, or I'm going to not say it at all, or I'm just going to run from it completely. And I realized by being dishonest with that person and trying to protect them or protect them, like basically from that, what I was saying, end up hurting me long term because I was, by being dishonest to them, I was also being dishonest with myself and how I felt. And I was degrading me. And it didn't seem like that at first. So the hidden underline in this conversation is that lying isn't worth it because it not only hurts that person, but it long terms hurt you. And it would be more beneficial to communicate, hey, I really like, communicate your boundaries and communicate what you need to say versus, and that can be a temporary, painful, like, but what comes with a resolution versus lying about something to protect them. And then it has this whole big thing that's long term. Then when you lie, you got to keep the lie going. And I wanted to talk about the movie Liar, Liar, one of my favorite actors, Jim Carrey. And I took the lesson from it. His child was like, I'm tired of you lying, even though his father, he was a lawyer, sometimes lie order, like Medea said.
Medea. It's like
lie
you
order,
supposed to lie.
you lie.
Right.
But it really hurted him when he was in his main job, but he also saw the benefit in just being truthful as well as getting the things that you need to get done. But there was a lesson in himself because it was a scene in a movie where he was walking past. He lied to his coworker every single day. It was like,
Like the
yes,
secretary.
you look nice. You look nice.
Right,
And then the
right, right.
day where his son
He
put him like
couldn't
on
tell the
this
truth.
X or whatever, he had to tell the truth. He was like, he told it came out and it was like fluttered. And I think sometimes if we were a little bit more honest, it wouldn't be like that. But because we get so tired of people, we let things build and build and build and build. So when we finally honest with people, it cuts and it cuts real deep. And it's like we can just
Yeah.
be honest and like smoothed it out versus having all this compacting. That person, of course, is gonna break down. She was like,
Right.
I would be
Right.
too. So
Right.
it's a better
Right.
delivery when so yeah.
Being open and honest and receiving. And I believe that we do this as parents. We lie to our children and then we're telling them like, don't do what I do what I say do. That does not work. That does not work at all. Eventually the children end up finding out that you are a liar, and then that ends up hurting you more than helping you. And so one of the things that I learned, or I had to learn, even in telling my story to you, as my daughter, Samil, about, breast cancer. It's like, well, I don't want to tell them everything, because I feel like I'm going to end up like hurting you or something. And really lying when they actually, in the end, lying does not work no matter what, you
Mhm.
know. And I think
Mhm.
one of the things that we don't recognize when we talk about repression of emotions, we do not recognize that lying actually produces stress in the body.
It does. It's
I did
stressful to
not
keep up
know
with the
that.
lie. It's so
Yes,
stressful.
it
I said
actually
that. You
creates
got to remember what
stresses.
you said, and
Yeah,
then you be like, then you got to reconstruct it again. It's a
right.
constant cycle. Nah, I'm good. I just want to.
Yeah,
How
and
do
I
you feel
mean
about that?
it's actually like repression, and it's been proven that nice people, quote unquote, have the high prognosis to, you know, being diagnosed with horrible diseases, including cancer. And
Mhm.
I'm not gonna say that I was a habitual liar. I thought lying, we don't really want to say that we lie. You know, we don't want to say that. And we don't want to say that we're not being honest. But there's some underlying, this is the daily underline. It's the underline of what you lie about that maybe you're not aware of it,
The
because
awareness. Good.
yeah, the awareness behind what you're lying. You may think because it's so programmed in you
Mhm.
to that you don't understand that you're lying. I mean, even those of us that have been Christianized in church and someone is asking you, hey, how you doing? You like,
I'm good.
I'm
Stuff
good, highly
good.
favored,
Fortified.
everything's good. And it's like, what? You're not good. Like there is, you know, even it might be now I'm learning to say, I am not
Good.
okay. I am not all right. This blessed and everything. I don't feel like that right now. Right now, I'm angry, I'm upset, I'm sad. And maybe that don't mean that all those feelings are coming through. Don't mean that I'm not experiencing joy either. You can have, you know, emotions can cohabitate, you can't just be angry and then only an angry person can only just be angry the whole time. Like you can still
Yeah.
be happy and still feel angry about something. Now, if you
Yeah.
angry about everything, it's probably because you haven't had the ability to express your anger, and then you're
Hmm.
angry at everything at that point.
Yeah.
Um,
It builds
but yeah,
on.
I do think that we lie and we're not honest all the time. And
Yeah.
I think we have watched movies over and over. I mean, we talk about liar, liar. There's always some point where a lie that we thought was good ends up being slapping the other person in their face. Like, the reason why I lied is because I wasn't trying to hurt you.
It didn't
That
is a word
sounds,
for you. It's not.
that's just what, you know,
It's not what I was trying to do.
I wasn't trying to do that. I was trying, either it's like we try to
Avoid it.
justify it, like I'm trying to be, yeah, like avoidance, or I'm trying not to be mean to you. I mean, you wouldn't want me to come out, but there's a way to be kind
And still tell the truth.
and still tell the truth. And so I think just being cognizant, but I'm saying I've done it too. Like somebody may come and ask me, simple question, Tanisha, how does look?
Or I'm so sorry, this is totally off of it, but how does taste? I have been that person, and I try. Oh my God, I remember being in college. And if my friend is watching this, I still love you. But I gotta be honest. She cooked for us. And my taste palette is something serious. My mom could cook. We could throw down in this house. And she cooked something and she sat there and watched me eat it. And I said,
A common lie.
and she
I think
said,
that's a common
it
lie.
is, but it's still that person will still continuously cook for other people. And because the close, confident friend that I am, didn't tell her,
The
we need
truth.
to work on some things. This wasn't really good, but you could get better. Instead of me giving that, honestly, she probably was cooking that same meal and she's gonna go to the next person and it's gonna come back. Tasia, Tamil, did you? And I was like, I was
It's
working.
like this is the type of
Working
stuff that is
against it.
like the this is the type of stuff that I think is that may resolve family friction because around the holidays we got Easter coming up and people are going over papers like, I'm going to cook so and so for you, and then we're all like, it's kind of like, remember the movie This Christmas,
Oh,
and Monique is playing the movie. She's playing the auntie, and I guess she was on the road, and she's talking about everything, and
my
they're like,
mung beep pie.
and the teriyaki balls or something that she was talking about, and they're all like, eat up this, instead of just telling her like the truth. And I think sometimes people don't really like to get the truth. I mean, you could tell them. I
No.
mean, they were all telling her pretty much with their body language and their responses that the food was not good, just looking at it. And some people just completely oblivious. But I just think sometimes we do lie because we feel like it's the best thing. And I think sometimes too, some of us need to stop asking questions that we already know the answers to. Like if I ask, does this make me look fat? Or does this do this? Is this ugly? I don't know if we want to validate your feelings. And even if it makes you feel fat or whatever, embrace your body or something, instead of just kind of having this validation where you may force a family member love you and don't want to break you down at that moment
Yeah.
and tell you the truth, and
Yeah.
so
And I
I
think
think
kind
there's a
of
responsibility on each side.
I think that that's an interesting point because I feel like there's two different things, two different like when you're like, because I bring up me and my sister. She gives raw truth, and I'm like the kind of response. I'll find a strategic way to still tell you the truth now, but I gotta think about it. And she'll just be like, and I'll be like, that's a gift. But also I feel like when you can still answer people in truth with care. And like one of those
Yes, and
situations,
gracefully. Yeah.
gracefully communicate, sis, you're beautiful either way. Because I'm a fan of any type of body type, any type of color. So I was like, look, if you said that open statement to me, I'm like, sis, you look beautiful either way. But where was you comfortable in? If you like it, I love
Right.
it. So that's a response.
But I don't know if that's it, because sometimes if it's really, I mean, I do think that there's open for to be honest,
Mhm.
even if the person truly likes it. But if you really want me to tell you the truth, I may not like that because that's not something that I would wear, or
Mhm.
I may give a different response to just basically tell you, hey, you might want to wear this outfit, or something. But to just not tell people the truth, we
It's
gotta
harmful for
stop. We gotta
you.
stop
It's
telling.
harmful for you to not tell the truth. It's more harmful for you to not tell the truth than you telling a lie to someone else for their comforts. So it's like a circle. It comes back to you and it's extremely effective. And it causes stress because of the repression of your
Yeah,
emotions.
exactly. Like repressing that and inside, it actually brings energy and it affects vital organs. Okay.
Yeah.
Vital organs, research have studied that vital organs of your tummy, your liver, your heart, all these things. So
Connected.
learn to telling the truth in a graceful way for those, because it's really, I mean, we'll tell strangers that we have no emotional connection to the truth. But
Ty
and
love
it might
you won't.
but to our loved ones, we won't, because it causes all kind of icky feelings and anxieties that we want to avoid, and we rather just choose being nice, which is extremely harmful. I'm telling you, it's really harmful.
It's better to
And
be
I did
kind.
not know that. Yeah, it's better to be kind, which constantly gives truth. You can still give truth and be honest and all of that.
And
So,
care for the hearts of others.
yes. So I
The person that
hope,
does it daily.
I know, right?
Recovering
I,
from being nice all the time.
yes. And that takes some intentional,
It is so hard.
feeling, because it is like, I don't know, like it's like a reformed, I mean, all of us struggle with something, but
Mhm.
that's like reforming, like the whole mindset
Structure.
of like
Mhm.
your whole way of doing things are being reprogrammed. But it does start
It
with
is a little
awareness.
healthy. It starts with you and being aware within yourself to be like, hey, look in the mirror. Okay, no, man, we need to take care of us. And when you start taking care of you start seeing a bitter fruit of, how you want to relate and connect with other people. But it starts with you and awareness. So
It does. It does. So,
yes,
well, we
yes.
hope you have enjoyed. Leave us something in the comments and look forward to our events that are coming up. Any comments, we will let you know.
Yes,
And
yes.
thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you soon.
Right.
Hit that